Hey guys, what is going on? Anthony here with Pistons Talk. Hope you guys are having a great night so far. What I wanted to do in today's video was react to the Restore the Floor podcast. They had JB Bickerstaff on for 15 minutes. If you haven't listened to it already, highly recommend doing it. Really good interview from those guys over there. What we're going to do is react to two segments of their podcast and talk about it because I think they asked two questions that a lot of us as Pistons fans are wondering what is going to happen with this roster. So the first question they asked was about Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey and about the fit. And this was JB Bickerstaff's answer to that.
$100,000 question, $1 million questions have been around here is, can him and Ivy play together? Do you think they can play together, or is Ivy just a guy come off the bench, spark of energy, just a complete change of pace guy?
And there's no reason why, in my mind, they can't play together. It's a matter of, how you use them together. Like I think with Cade's size, his ability to rebound the basketball, his ability to throw the ball ahead. So now if you got a guy, like J.I. running the floor and he's catching the ball going towards the basket and Cade has advanced it to him, now he's playing, with his hips towards his rim. I think he can be a nightmare for people. So I think it's just about situations. And how you use the two of them together. I do think, involving more off-ball actions for both of them and diversifying, the looks that they get, not just being, pick and roll heavy or, stationary. I think that gives them both an opportunity to work. So, those are things that we're going to, again, continue to study, watch the film, get the guys here together, break down the analytics and all those things, and then we'll make decisions from there.
So I think the $1 million question a lot of us have has always been, can Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham fit together in the backcourt? I mean, we've had several conversations on the podcast about it. JB thinks that they can work together. He mentioned about Cade rebounding the basketball and throwing up court to Jaden Ivey if he's running the floor in transition, and talking about how Jaden Ivey just running in transition could be a nightmare for opposing defenses because of his burst of speed, his athleticism, his ability to take it to the hole and take it to the rack. Absolutely love that explanation by JB Bickerstaff. He also went on to say about how he feels like you don't really want to put Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey in just constant pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. He also talked about using them a little bit more creatively off ball. And he talked about, playing Cade off ball. And we all know Cade Cunningham, his mid-range game seems like so automatic. Seems like every time he takes a mid-range shot, I think it's going in. I think his three-point percentage has improved each year he's been in the league. Jaden Ivey, I think what we want as Pistons fans for Jaden Ivey is just to be consistent. If he's consistent, I think ideally they can fit together. There were stretches where he was shooting really good from three this past season, but there were also stretches where he'd struggle, and that's to be expected with a young guard. Consistency isn't something that you're going to lock down your first 2 years in the league. Jaden Ivey's going into his third season this upcoming season, so I did appreciate the answer that JB did give when 97.1, our Restore the Floor podcast, I should say, asked him about the ideal fit, because I think a lot of us, we don't really know if the fit's going to work. And JB obviously has a plan of what he wants to do with both of these players. And you have to remember, when he was in Cleveland, he had a backcourt of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. And when those guys were on the floor, they made it work. They made it work in the backcourt, and one guy was always on the floor. He made sure to stagger their minutes, so you always had at least one guard on the floor handling the ball and just all that good stuff. But there is also more from this Restore the Floor podcast, and I think another question that a lot of us have is center. Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, Paul Reed. Do the Pistons need to go out and get a rim protector? And that's what Restore the Floor asked. Like, do you need to go get a rim protector because the Pistons really don't have one? This was JB Bickerstaff's answer to that.
Now, you had an elite rim defender with Allen playing in Cleveland. They're different, obviously, but Jalen Duren, really good defensive player, but he was never really a great rim protector. Does he have to work on that, or do you guys need somebody else to come in there and be the rim protector?
No, I mean, he's definitely, going to work on that. He's going to be the guy. He, Isaiah Stewart, and Paul Reed, like they're going to be the guys that are in the paint and have to protect the paint for us. So it's our responsibility just to show them how. And that's something that we do with our big guys every single day. We're going to put together an elite staff that has the ability to teach players, guys who have played the position, guys have worked with or coached the position. They're going to show them and continue to show them all the small things that make them different. And, we love our big guys to stand in the paint as much as they possibly can and just be in position early to deter a lot of those drives and not in position where they have to chase the drive. So there's technique things, but, you look at those guys that we mentioned, and they've got the natural talent, they've got the intelligence, and they've got the desire and want to. So now it's on us as coaches to help put them in the proper position so they can be successful.
I absolutely love that answer by him. And if you guys watched the Pistons last year, you constantly saw Isaiah Stewart on the perimeter at the three-point line trying to guard guards. JB says we want to have our bigs in the paint as much as possible so they're not on the perimeter trying to make up for lost ground, trying to protect the paint, protect the rim. Absolutely love this. If Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart and Paul Reed aren't on the perimeter like Monty Williams had them last year, and they're more in the painted area where they can protect the rim and they can, be around that, restricted area, that, 10 to 15 feet, I think we can see an uptick in possibly Jalen Duren blocking more shots a game, an uptick in Isaiah Stewart blocking more shots a game. Paul Reed is a very sneaky, underrated defender, which I think a lot of Pistons fans are really going to like. And I absolutely love this answer by JB Bickerstaff. He honestly doesn't feel like the Pistons need to get a rim protector because I think we forget really that Jalen Duren is 20 years old going into his third season in the NBA. I think a lot of us last year were very disappointed with the defense, but the potential is just through the roof with this kid. And if we stay patient and develop him the correct way, he could easily become a two-way center in this league. And I know a lot of people, they're on the fence with Isaiah Stewart. Some people like him, some people don't. I happen to like him. I think he's a very versatile defender at that power forward, backup center position. Sounds like JB wants to use Paul Reed and Isaiah Stewart as backup centers on this team. So we got our answer there in terms of, are the Pistons going to target another rim protection center? JB thinks that all three of these guys can protect the paint and protect the rim and help the Detroit Pistons interior defense. But talk to me down below in the comment section what you think of JB Bickerstaff's answers about the backcourt with Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey, kind of like where his mindset is at. He thinks it can work. Let me know what you guys think of his analysis of, putting them in more positions to succeed. Also, talk to me down in the comment section about what he said about Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and Paul Reed, about having them in the paint as much as possible, not putting them out on an island, trying to make up for lost ground to protect the rim in the paint. I will talk to you guys down there. Like always, hope you guys are staying safe. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.